everybody, this is RacerX35 with visor down. I wanted to post this other video. I posted my first race win before this one. This is the one I was talking about in that video where it was a lot more fun to drive even though I didn't win. A couple corrections from that video to this one that I forgot to say. So on a wet track, I've got traction control on. You're allowed to have it on, but it's only on setting 1. I do have ABS on, but it's standard ABS. The reason why I have ABS uh, on this game is that I don't have a load cell on the pedals I'm using. It's the Thrustmaster T3PA pedals. I've got the conical brake mod, but it's not a load cell. So um, if I can easily lock up with this pedal set. So I've tried it without it. It's almost impossible to get the braking right, even if I've toned back the brake bias and stuff like that, but it just depends on the car you're driving. But especially in a wet track, I have ABS on and traction control is only on 1, so it's barely enough just to keep me from spinning the car, even though I'm still feathering the throttle. I'm also gonna have the on this replay, which I've never done before. I'm gonna have the actual more stats up on the screen, so you're gonna see my time. You're gonna see on the left-hand side, you show the actual car. It shows IM for intermediate tires. All 4 lines, those vertical lines, those are the tires and how much tread they have, and you'll start to see them kind of wear down. The fuel gauge will start going down faster because it's set to like 5 to 10 times faster to burn off fuel during the race. That's set to the balance of power of what this race rules are. The RPM tach, that's that long line going from left to right above the mile per hour in the gear selector in. The red dot is actually my steering wheel. You'll see the steering wheel inputs. To the left of that is actually my brake input within red, so you'll see the brake being applied, and then to the right of the actual tach, you'll see the throttle body or my throttle. So you'll see how I'm actually feathering the throttle too. Gear shifts, of course, and of course mile per hour, and then also you see the track layout in the top right hand corner. So like I said before in the video before this was a fun race. I started 8th. I thought I started 5th or 6th. It's actually 8th. So started 8th. First place, got to jump on everybody. I think just like in the last video when I started on the pole, you just don't have anybody to fight. So you're just fighting yourself in the track, and you don't slow yourself down unless you're making mistakes. When you're in the pack, you're going anywhere from a second to 2 seconds slower than the guy who has nobody to fight. So so unless you get a clear track ahead of you, you're not going to catch the guy in front unless he's making a lot of mistakes. At least that's according to this track and this conditions and the races that I've raced on here. So this track, like I said, we're going really crazy fast, and we're going just inches away from each other. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I'm usually in that pack. I do get hit by one of the guys, and I go off track and I lose a couple places. But I fight my way back, and you will not find out where I actually end up finishing the race until lap 7, 2 laps from the finish. It's that close. So anyway, let's get started and enjoy the race. I'm going to try and not talk too much on this race so you can enjoy the action. All right, let's get going. See, I already gained up a place because the guy who was in, I guess, 7th, he actually spun before he got to the front straight. So that was an easy place to make up. sixth place guy who's in the VW Bug, him and I are pretty much playing cat and mouse this entire 7 laps. Either I'm right behind him or he's right behind me. The entire race. It was a lot of fun. Alright, getting to the back half of this lap, the first lap. So right now I feel like I'm in a really good spot. As long as I can stay close to the guys in front of me, I can slowly catch them up, as long as I don't make any mistakes. So the guy in 6th place is getting kind of close, but usually I kind of edge it out a little bit under braking, which is right now. So you can see 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and me. We're pretty close. So it's anybody's race right now, except for if you look on the track map, top right corner, the first place guy is already around the first corner and going down towards Eau Rouge, which is the uphill right left. So it looks like the guy in front of me has got a penalty already, which he'll have to serve on the Camel Straight, which is right at the top of this hill. So you can see the actual penalty bar, so it's starting to go yellow. Actually, it's the car in front of him. Half a second is not that much, so basically it's like someone just took the key out of the car, and you're off the throttle for half a second. So you lose about 5 miles an hour, if not more. And you can see he's just all over the place, the guy in the R8. Yeah, so I gotta try to avoid these guys, not hit them, and get myself a penalty. As you can see, it's really intense. So the guy in 5th place right here hits me. So he just hit me. I went off track. I just lost 5th and 5th place, 6th place. Now I'm in 7th. So I lost 2 places. And he did not get a penalty, which I guess the computer thought that the damage to me wasn't that bad. You can see, oh, I almost lost it there. So even though I have traction control on, but it's only on setting 1, I can still easily spin the tires and do a 360 if I'm not careful. You see that white bar down there on the right hand side of the tachometer? That's the throttle input. So all the way through that corner I was not full throttle, I was feathering it. And then the brakes on the left in the red, you can see I'm barely on throttle. Let's try a different view real quick. Like I said before, this race is a lot of fun. I mean, there's nothing like close racing. But right now I've got to make up 2 more places, so I've got 1 less lap to actually get closer to the front. So those two guys right there are slowing each other up because they're just so close to each other. One's trying to outdo the other, but you actually go a couple seconds slower lap because of it. Draft does work in this game. It's not much of one, but it's enough. So right now, just trying to get as close as I can to the guys before we go up the uphill 2 corners in front of me. And hopefully they make a mistake so I can gain a couple car lengths on them, because they're fighting with each other too. I'm actually getting close place. So being this close, especially in the wet, I mean the dry it's a lot easier, but in the wet it's just not only trying to keep control of your own car and still be aggressive, but also watch out for the guys in front of you if they make a mistake and they don't hit you and take you off with them. See those three guys ahead of us? They're all over each other. So my hope is that second, third, and fourth make a mistake, and fifth, sixth, and seventh, which is where I'm at, we end up being second, third, and fourth. Because that surely can happen. And the guy in front of me just made a mistake, so I was able to get past him. Or not past him, beside him. But here's the sketchy part: is like I'm going into the corner next to the guy, so I gotta know that he's gonna hold his line, and he's not gonna hit me. And then same thing with me. I want to make sure I hold my line. I don't drift into him, but still have a good race out of it. I wasn't able to make a stick. He had the better line going to that corner, so I'll have another chance on the back straight, which is what we're on right now. So if I just stick to his bumper, but it looks like I got a little bit of a run, so I'm going to get beside him again, going into this fast corner. And we don't touch, but we're getting close. So I'll let him have the corner again, and this time it's like, all right, maybe I can outbrake him going into the two slow corners, coming up the quick, slow right left here before we go on the front straight. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Up. Somebody had it off, so I just gained it into place because somebody made a mistake. And we're not seeing the car, so let's change the camera angle. All right. Again, just stick on the bumper of the guy in front of you and hope they make a mistake. And that's the guy that actually hit me on lap 2 and sent me off. So I want my place back. Wide, so I gained a little bit of time on it. I guess one of my next videos, I'm gonna actually do an in-car camera or cockpit actual replay so you can see how close it is. Unfortunately, I can't switch to in-car camera view during a replay. Once I pick this shot and record, it just stays on the outside of the car. But I'll do it in the next video. I'll show an in-car camera of GT Sport. So we're on lap 4 of 7. These next 2 laps are going to be quite intense. First place, if you look at the track map, the top right, yeah, first place is already on the punch straight. So he's just kind of in his own little race, and unless he does something completely stupid, I'm off track there, but I didn't get a penalty for it. He's going to win this race regardless, so right now my focus is the guys right in front of me because, like I said, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, we're all pretty much nose to tail going into the last 2 laps. So the R8 just tried to go around the VW Bug and he spun his tires, and I was able to take his place because he almost spun around and he lost a lot of momentum. So right now I'm gonna just sit on the VW and see if he makes a mistake going up the hill. And if not, get a nice draft and see if I can't get around it by the next corner. And then watch the guy behind me, making sure he's not gaining on me. So the VW Bug's trying to get me out of his draft. I wasn't having that, so I was able to outbrake him into the corner, but I kind of overcooked it. So then I got on the curb and lost momentum, and then he got me back. And I almost lost the rear in there. We touched this a little bit, touched again. And he didn't go off track, so I'm not going to get a penalty for it. And then the guy in the R8 behind me, just making sure he doesn't get back around because I don't have any time to make it back up. I know I'm faster than the VW. I just got to be super, super clean and just get him in one of the braking zones. I thought for sure if he being this close to his rear bumper, he'd make a mistake. I mean, I'm right on his gearbox. Look at that. It's practically towing me. And I'm losing time being behind him. I'm being faster than him and having to sit back there. I'm probably losing 2 seconds a lap just sitting there. Yep, so you can see I'm almost 2 seconds slower than my previous lap. And I'm not even done with the lap. Oh, so he went off, so I was able to catch him just a little bit. And see if I can outbrake him. He's actually covering the inside line. Oh, and I wasn't able to make it stick, but then I got a better line going back onto the front straight. So here we go, last lap. Actually, no, lap 6 coming up. So 2 more laps. Here we go. Gonna try and outbrake him into the first corner, and I was able to just barely keep it together. Yep, then I made it happen. So right now, I'll just get the power down and try to stay away from him going up the hill. So he's trying to redraft me back, and I'm trying to catch the car in front and stay in his draft. And then I made a mistake. I took too much curb. I had to get off the gas. And that's going to allow me to get a penalty, which you're going to find out right there. So here's the thing. I got a half a second penalty. I don't have to take it this lap, but the last lap I do. And I can do 2 different things. I can wait until I come up this hill on that straight we just got done going through and take the lap without slowing down, or I can slow down right now as it says and then take a half second off my time. But I know I'm going to lose more time if I just let go of the gas, so I'm going to let the computer do it for me on the next lap. Because if I can gain a half a second from now until we get to the penalty marker, then I'm not really losing anything, and I just got to fend off him trying to draft me if he's still a little behind me. So the game plan is to stay with the guy in front, try and get as close to them as I can and make up another place before I have to serve that penalty. I made a little bit of a mistake there, went a little wide. But I'm more than half a second ahead of the guy, the VW Bug, so right now I've got my penalty covered. As long as I just keep it that way, or gain a little bit more on him. Be even greater if the 2 guys in front of me make a mistake and take each other off, and I go straight up to second place. And here I made a mistake again. I went off. I'm not going to get penalized for that. I'm going to allow the guy in the Bug to get right on top of me. And right now he's going to actually, I believe, yeah, he's going to outbrake me. So he took his place back. So now it's just staying with him again and try to get past him before I have to serve the penalty, or just stay with him. So right now I'm thinking, like, at best right now I'm probably gonna maybe get 4th place to finish this race. We're on the last lap, but anything can happen in these races, especially in the wet. Anybody makes a mistake in front of me, I'm gonna gain a place. Minimum maybe, maximum maybe 2. And I was telling you before that you don't know where I finished until the last corner of the last lap, which we're on the last lap now, so I'm getting ready to serve my penalty. So I'm just trying to stay as close to the VW bug as I can. So the half a second's going to be starting right now. I try to get beside him, he tried to block me. I'm back on the gas. So right now, okay, so I didn't lose too much time. Just stay as close as I can and try to maximize if someone else makes a mistake. Almost lost it there. So you can see, traction control does not help most of the time, especially when it's only on 1. So if I get too greedy with the throttle, I can easily spin the tires and spin the car around. You can see the guys, those 3 cars are so close together, any one of them can make a huge mistake, hit the other one, go off, and I can easily capitalize on it. Oh, here we go. The R8s are getting dicey. Second place is all over the place. And he's about to, looks like he's about to lose it. He just fishtailed again. Yep, looks like he just lost. Yep, he's now 3rd, and he almost lost it. Now he's back to 5th, so I'm up to 4th. I'm not taking my foot off the gas right now. I just want to try and make up one more spot. As long as these guys hold their line, we're not going to hit each other. Nope. VW made the wrong mistake. He's going to try and outbrake me going to the corner, so I'll take a spot, and he couldn't stop in time. He hits the R8, sends him off. He gets an automatic penalty. Now he has to serve it now before he crosses the finish line. I'm able to take 2nd place. And that's how the race ended. And I had no idea it was going to finish that way, but it was an awesome, fun race. I wish I could. I hope I can have more races like that. It was a lot of fun to drive, especially in the wet. If any of y'all have Gran Turismo Sport, please share some of the races you've had. Even though it's only 7 laps, it's an intense 7 laps. Thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, give it a like. You want to see more like this, I'll actually post more in GT Sport. Subscribe. Let me know what your comments in the comments below what you thought of this race, and I'll try to accommodate what cars and what tracks you want to see next. Thanks a lot, and have a great night.